Coming to you live from the basement of the guy's house that records this, the Dryline Farmer presents Basement Level News, starting now. Hi, and welcome to Basement Level News. I'm Brent Carlson. In our top story tonight, Guatemalan model and businesswoman Kimberly Flores has devised an unusual way to tell if her husband's been cheating. She smells his dirty underwear. I always check the credit card charges, the midnight calls, and I even smell his underpants, Flores declared in an Instagram post last week. The model revealed she learned how to perform the sniff search at the drug and whore dog training facility in Guatemala City. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul Pelosi, last Friday was attacked in a home invasion at the couple's compound in San Francisco. David DePape, 42, broke into the Pelosi's residence carrying zip ties, tape, and a hammer. DePape then proceeded to attack Pelosi with the hammer until the 82-year-old was able to take refuge in a bathroom and call 911. Pelosi is expected to make a full recovery while police are still investigating the incident. Investigators were surprised at the incident as they were quoted as saying, "We just figured Paul would be safer getting hammered behind the wheel than getting hammered at home." I would think so. In an interview with Fox News Digital, House Majority Whip James Clyburn said that the U.S. is on track to repeat Nazi Germany of the early 1930s. Seen as an obvious shot against Republicans, Clyburn expressed this opinion November 4th, just 5 days away from the midterm elections. In response, Republicans vehemently denied the rhetoric by releasing the statement, "This is utter BS. Nobody can make a highway like the Germans." They are pretty nice. In Zacatecas, Mexico, a dog was seen carrying a human head in its mouth as it ran down the street in the violence-riddled state. Authorities said that the head and other body parts were left at an ATM booth with a note referring to a drug cartel. This is a common occurrence between rival drug cartels, whom often murder and decapitate each other's dealers in order to demonstrate dominance. In response, dog lovers all over the world were heard shouting, "See, we told you pit bulls were nicer than chihuahuas." That's hard to argue with. Charlotte Edwards, assistant technology and science editor at the U.S. Sun, visited the famed artifact Tutankhamun's tomb. Many artifacts have been identified from the 1922 find. Among those were digging tools, royal jewelry, a wooden bust of King Tut, and Joan Collins' second husband. Wonder where the first one is. The so-called world's dirtiest man breathed his last as he died at the age of 94, just months after receiving his first bath in over 60 years. Amu Haji, an Iranian, was thought to have suffered from the disorder ablutophobia, an anxiety disorder where a person has an overwhelming fear of bathing, cleaning, or washing. It was later discovered that Haji had gained inspiration from the cartoon Peanuts and its most notable character, Pigpen. He's a nice guy. On the Jonathan Ross show, actor Luke Evans, who portrayed a fictional version of the 15th century Romanian ruler Vlad III, aka Dracula, recalled a conversation he had with now King Charles where the king revealed the fact that he is distantly related to the infamous ruler. Of course, we here at Basement Level News realize that King Charles is not in any way a vampire, but we do think Avril Lavigne might be. I don't know, the resemblance is uncanny. The widely popular website OnlyFans is looking to shift their focus from porn to cooking. When it was rumored last year that the site might begin trading publicly, it attempted to ban the popular erotic content and shift more towards a culinary flavor. OnlyFans later stepped back from the ban, when potential investors argued that the only way they would back the website with a kitchen repertoire was if there was a pair of nipples doing the cooking. Hard to blame them. The Air Force is denying reports that one of its KC-135 tanker planes purposefully flew in a pattern resembling a penis. A screenshot was taken of the flight path of the airplane as it was performing exercises between the island of Cyprus and Lebanon. This incident closely resembles a previous situation that occurred over Bangkok, Thailand, where an image of a female private part was etched out on a flight path website. But after the night was over, it was sadly determined that it was also, in fact, a penis. And it's disappointing. Jimmy Kimmel revealed on the Naked Lunch podcast that when executives at ABC expressed their apprehension about Kimmel's constant jokes about Donald Trump, that he would walk off the show. The network later backed off their suggestion when Kimmel stills to continue to host the late-night talk show. When Kimmel asked if he could continue to be not funny, the network responded, of course, that's great, keep it up. A donut shop in Tulsa has been hit for a second time in 2 weeks by unidentified assailants who threw Molotov cocktails through its front door. Authorities believe the attacks are in response to an art exhibit the donut shop hosted where drag queens dressed in 1950s housewife attire and handed out ceramic donut sculptures. In an interview with local Tulsa station, one of the owners was quoted as simply saying, "Look, we just want to make donuts. Oh, and to scare the living shit out of our customers." And I think they're getting the job done. And finally, in a new poll where 2,000 Americans were asked at what age they believe they hit their peak health, and in that poll, the consensus from multiple age groups was said that they believed it to be around the age of 34, unless you're an Iranian who has never taken a bath, and then it's in your mid-90s. And that's a quick news report from here at Basement Level News. I'm your host, Brent Carlson.